Josh, I got a question. How do you interact with people after awakening? Let's talk about that. But let's say, how do you interact with people when you're coming into a deeper realization of yourself? Let's not make a one and you're done. I'm awake now. I'm done. God, I can't relate with anybody. Everybody's so stupid and ignorant. Like, what the hell, God? That's not awakening. And also, let's stay humble. There's something about this. There's just some arrogance if somebody declares I'm awake. Because again, what does that mean? I'm awake. It means you've recognized your natural state? Okay. A child can do that spontaneously. So then what? Then a lot of people go back into ego and then they don't know how to relate with people either. So are you awake then? What if you can relate with people? What percent do you got to be able to relate with people in a loving way in order to be awake during the day? Like, what's the criteria? You see, that's why I keep making videos about like what is real awakening. So we're just going to skip all that and we're going to just keep things practical and humble. That actually helps awaken more. But don't do it as a mind tactic. It won't work. You just see the truth in it. You just see like, yeah, right. Like this awakening thing's actually another concept. So I feel that there's some realization of my natural state. This natural state is expressing through this form. You want to call that awakening? Okay, let's do it. Anyway, when you start realizing your natural self, awakening, yeah, awakening sounds better than awakened. I'm awakened. It has like a finality to it, you know? So awakening gives space that you can always become more awake. Because we can, you see. There's no one and you're done. Why? Yogananda and Sri Yukteswar, for example, they're both considered awake. But yet Yogananda really revered Sri Yukteswar and drank wisdom from him. But they're supposedly both avatars. That means they both awakened. Sri Yukteswar did the same thing to Lahiri Mahashai. He like revered him. Lahiri Mahashai, as great as he is, did the same thing to Babaji. So it's like there's different, the awakening never ends. You can always get higher and higher and higher if we're in some form. Consciousness can always keep expanding. Hence, there's no real awakening. See, I can still feel pain. Oh man, I'm not awake. It's rocky out here. Heck, did you notice? Okay. So he asked, can you make a video on how to interact with people after awakening? There's a big change in how I interact with people after awakening. After awakening, I'm very flat in terms of outer expressions, like Osho. When I interact with people, it's hard for me to be relatable and easygoing. It's like I have this mask of seriousness and a bit of sadness on the surface, even though inside I feel very blissful and non-serious. Yeah, the mind wants to judge. The mind has subtle concepts. I made a video, catch the subtle trickery out of the mind. When the mind's talking, like be aware of when the mind's talking versus when intuition is talking. The real self's not talking. All this talking's happening in the self, but because of duality, there has to be like a higher and lower voice. The mind, for the most part, is the lower voice. The intuition, or the pure mind, that's not mixed with any kind of selfishness or personalness, that's the so-called higher voice. The lower voice is going to start saying things like, man, like, if I'm awake, like I shouldn't, why aren't I just, why don't I turn into the hugging saint? What's her name? Something. She's in India. Amana, something. Why don't I just want to hug everybody? Like I'm awake, so don't I see the pure self in everybody? Why am I looking like, man, I don't really want to talk to these people? Like, what's going on here? I need some guidance. I can speak like this. The more one expands in consciousness, the more you realize like you're a natural authenticity in you, the less you're going to want to relate with anything on a lesser vibration than that. It's not out of judgment. It's It's not like, oh, they're stupid and I'm not. I mean, they are stupid on some level. There's ignorance, but that's okay. We can relate because everyone's been ignorant at some point. We can't take credit for anything. We don't know how many lifetimes we've been doing this. Where did the expression "old souls" come from? It's because they've been doing this for a while. So they're gonna come into this life a little more hip to like what truth is. Why? Because they're better? No, they've been doing this for a while. Somebody that just started boxing today is not going to be good as somebody who been boxing for like 5 years. This same evolution's like that. So when we see, it's like we're not drawn to that lower vibration just because we're not. Do you want to go hang out with killers and rapists? No, they're not, that's not your style. So there's different levels. There's also level like we don't want to really have this collective small talk, kind of just void and empty of any kind of real substance or depth. When we start to realize our deeper nature more, we want to have that level of conversation. The conversation we're having right now. This is all I like to talk about. Now, I don't like, if somebody smiles, I'll smile back, but I don't make a habit of saying hi to everybody I know. It's too much work. I know too many people. So if somebody like says hi to me or waves their hand, I'll give them my sign. It's gangster. So I'll play around. Oh, that's how you do it. See, you were saying something, you felt like you look serious. You got to find your way. See, I play. I'm like a joker by nature. I don't think, you can't make yourself be like that. It just comes natural. So that's my point. You find your natural way of how you deal with these things. Ask intuition to help you. If you feel like you're being a little too serious and you feel like that's intuition telling you that, and it's not your mind just judging, you got to discern, then ask spirit, ask your higher self, like, help me loosen up or something when I go in public and I see the collective faces and I can tell like they're deep in the dream. And I'm kind of like not attracted to that. I like when I see some eyes that are like, they're kind of awake, but there's like, where are they at? There's not many of them. I see a lot of sleeping eyes. So God, show me how to have compassion. How would you have me be of service to those people, even without doing or saying anything? In my being, how would you have me serve them? Direct my thinking, my feeling, actions, everything. Just show me. How can I be at peace? I want to be deeper at peace. And then you might find you have some compassion for them. Not like, oh, poor, there's people who are totally asleep that are genuinely more happy than people who are diligently following a spiritual practice and meditating and all that. So we don't know. We don't know one's karma. One's karma could be such they don't know nothing about waking up or having a spiritual practice, but their whole life's just kind of flowing and easy. We don't know what next life's going to be. But so when I say have compassion, meaning the mind, the selfish nature is like, where are my people at? Why do I got to be, why'd you put me on the wrong planet? Because that's what it feels like. The mind will say that somehow. I'm paraphrasing. So you turn that around. You say, no, God, you put me here. I'm on the right planet. Show me how would you have me see through your eyes these situations and people and etc. Show me. I'm open. If I'm not open, help me be more open. Help me be willing to be willing. And you start there and then you let it happen. See, it'll happen. You can't focus. I mean, you can't force it to happen. That's self-will. That's mind. We take certain steps that we're guided to help maybe create the opening and accept the inspiration and grace. Ultimately, grace is doing that too, but we got to play the game like we're doing something. You see, you play your role, but know you're playing a role. This is the dichotomy. This is the paradox that people can't get. They like to declare, I'm awake now, I do nothing. Nothing. You do something. So do it and be proud of doing it. Like, it's fun. We're playing this game, and we're deep into it, and that's what the consciousness wants to do. So then just be, I like Yogananda's phrase, be awake in the dream. We're still going to be dreaming. As long as you have a form and body, we're going to be dreaming. So we need some help. You can pray about it. You can do whatever you want to do, but just stay humble. That's why I don't like the term awakening. No, I like the term awakening. I don't like the term awakened, right? It's not about words. It's just about something about it. Like awakening is a process that never ends. It gives some humility. We need humility. When we start judging people or wondering about this, wonder about that, it's like we got to, God, check me. Put me back in my right size. Right size me. Help me see through your eyes. And then you'll know how, you'll do what you do, and, and if you feel good inside, then just feel good. Don't worry about this other stuff. You connect with your people. God will send you your people. See, when you're connecting with your people, it's easier to have compassion, you can say, for your non-people or the people that are just talking collective, just blah, blah, blah. You see, because you have your people. I have a small circle of friends that I'm just good. I'm satiated. Like I'm not looking for anybody to add to my circle, so to speak. But I'm open if it comes. But what I'm saying is I'm satiated in that department. So therefore, I can do a little collective talk sometimes. If I feel like that would help them, there you go. Remember, we're asking like how can I be of service? Can I talk their collective talk, but yet at the same time not compromise? You got to check. You got to feel. Sometimes the divine might have you talk for a minute or two. You just yeah. Oh, really? That happened? Yeah, the dog took the biscuit from the cat, and you got mad at him. Yeah, I can understand. You shouldn't have took it. I'll start playing around. That's how I do it. Why did you take it? Damn dog. Cat. We got to take care of that cat. See, I play around. That's how I make peace with it. Like I deal with it like that. I can't be serious. Like, oh, really, man? What the hell's wrong with that dog? You just find your way. And then you talk to him for a couple minutes, and maybe you can tell, then when it's time to leave. They got some interaction because it feels good. Humans, especially those identified with the human suit, they need to interact. So you give them a little something, and then you go on. You don't go overboard. You don't like take them home, cook them dinner, and just hear gossip all night. You see, that's why some people say, man, I go into town, I'm so tired. Damn people, they take my energy. No, you give the energy to them. Girls do that more. They're like, just everybody keeps saying hi to me. Well, you just say hi and you keep going. That's all you do. Yeah, good to see you, man. Actually, I got to take care of this thing. I got to get this thing. Stay good. All right. Conserve your energy. At the same time, if God wants you to do something, you're spending his energy. Don't spend your personal energy. You want the universe to do all the work for you. You see, when we start personalizing stuff and doing stuff out of our so-called good intentions, we lose energy. Surrender. Keep surrendering. That's my message. I hope that helped you, man. Martin, I think. Martin. Yeah, you've been with me for a while, so I wanted to make that video for you. All right, see you.